Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here. Welcome back to some more White Sox baseball. And we have a couple of admin things to do. Now, yes, the A's do play and they will move, at least in this point in year 2 or year 3, to Oakland. We move them over to Chicago Park. It has just about the amount of people that their normal stadium would have. It's about 30 to 33 or 30 to 35,000 in capacity. And also, Subway Park was when the A's were in Philadelphia, they played at that park, so I think it just fit with that. But I was really looking at another park that didn't have another team's affiliations out, but also did have seating close to 30,000. For our White Sox here, we are projected 68 and 94 on the season, still last in the division. And we're going to start against the Detroit Tigers and their ace, Tariq Skubal, will be the first one on the mound. We're going with Paddock, and we'll see how this one works. We're batting first in the top of the first. Ethan Carter with a swing and a miss fastball up and in for that one. And a breaking ball against Michael Conforto with one on after a walk. Andrew Vaughn comes up, the fourth batter, and misses on the circle change, and Scoble gets out of that one with 3 straight strikeouts after leaving a batter. Now, Chris Paddock here, 8-8 last year. We're looking for at least an 8-8 this year, and we need something from a guy that is going to just fill a spot here. First batter, first pitch, and it goes over into right field and fielded. What we're looking here is Detroit is one of the teams to beat, a harder team to beat. Colt Keith up next, and that's out to Isbell out in center. I know I've called him Isabel a couple times, but just another makeshift use out in center until we can get someone better out there, probably in the draft. But he's going to get his work today as he gets a second ball hit out into center. The center field is 412 feet. A long way out there as Isbell strikes out after that one. Bobby Dulbeck here, slider over the middle, not able to make slide contact, and then a 4-seam 99 speed and just gets that one. Kyle Teal here, though, going to be down and low with that fastball, and he will be thrown out. A little bit of a chopper there, not hard hit. Terry Carpenter swinging that one outside, that 12-6 changeup. I think maybe it's a curve, 12-6 curve. And then Spencer Torkelton chasing that one on the outside. And that's our second strikeout for Paddock. Victor Caratini, who we tried to get this offseason. And well, we're going to strike him out too to end the second inning. Lennon Sosa, decent year last year, and he is going to try to keep that going into this year. A single up the middle, good contact there, and he has a lead off single. Up next, Colson Montgomery looking for some good bounce back, but it will not be on his first games today. Bounce back from that injury later on in the season, didn't finish out the season, missed the last month and a half. But here, Ethan Carter's hit high with a fastball, and he will take his base. 2 outs. Ezekiel Duran up here. And that one's down the middle, and that's hit hard. A circle change is hit early and not hit hard enough, and that's caught out in left. Gave it a ride, but that was our first one. Tigers without a hit, though. We do have one. Matt Verling out here chasing a 12-6 curveball on the outside corner, and that will be a strikeout. This one next, Dahlbeck here can't handle it, does pick it up off the ground, and it's a bang play, and we get him at first. Bryce just doesn't have that full speed. But here, Andy Ibanez will have a single over to the right for the Tigers' first hit of the day with 2 outs. Isaiah Kiefer Falafa here. He's going to have one up the middle, and Montgomery doesn't have the speed to get there. It's going to be 2-1. And I definitely did not say his last name correctly. Colt Keith going next, and that's up the middle. Another one. Isbell's going to try this one at home, and the runner will get easily slid into home, and that will make it a 1-0 game. Riley Green up next, hitting 3. That's down the line, and Dolbeck can't get down there. And that will score another 2-0 for the Tigers as they are rallying in the third inning for the first runs of the game. We thought Chris Paddock might be able to do something here, but 2 outs down the middle, and that's straight to Duran, and luckily he does make a play on it. Before, looked like he was going to stumble, but he does make that one. And it's 2-0. We need to bounce back against Tarek Scoble, but Michael Conforto has something to say about that. Hit deep, but not deep enough. Like I said, the center field and left and right center are deep in this ballpark. Andrew Vaughn is next, and that's hung a little bit early on the swing, puts it right over into left field. Not much work has to be done by the left fielder. Next one is Isbell, straight to shortstop, an easy play for the Tigers. Making some great contact at times, but just not enough in many ways. Michael Conforto here next up, hit deep into center. Good contact on that fastball, and that's going to be close to the wall and caught up against the wall. Just not enough power on that hit. Spencer Torkelson up next. Torkelson, I should say, and yet is Torkel gone. Bad pun, but it puts up the Tigers by 3. Just pitching is going to be an issue this year. We got Tyler Rogers in after a trade, I think late last year, or no, that's Ben Joyce late last year. We brought in Tyler Rogers this offseason. It might be looking like if we can't compete or we're not close because of the struggling hitting or the struggle starting pitching, we're going to need something. Now, Jose Hernandez, we got him in the Rule of 5 draft. We're going to see him come in and get some work. 3-0, so no real risk. Didn't pitch a lot last season, but he's going to get some work this season. This one's out in right center, bottom of the 7th here. Matt Verling does put it in the air. Wenzel Perez strikes out with a Jose Hernandez fastball right down the middle. It's a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Not the fastest here, but he's a more technical pitcher. And this one, though, cracked in on the hands. Andy Ibanez gets a big power hit on that, but this ballpark is going to keep that in there. So we're going to play up against Tyler Holton here, and we're going to have Sosa out in left, and that's going to be caught. Green out in the left field, able to make that play. Ethan Carter comes out, and that's another one. A cutter down around the knees, an 88 right down the middle, and we sky it for a pop-up. Jose Hernandez here with the runner going. Good throw by Teal and Montgomery there to tag him out to end the inning. That's a great one there, but we are trying to get something going into this 9th. Can we have another miracle like last season, but with only 2 hits? We're getting blanked out here by this bullpen. Will Vest, I'll call him Matt Vest. The great play after that pitch, not able to get the play at the mound, but he is backed up with a good fielding in at short. And this one, Michael Conforto, easy fly ball into center. One more left. It's going to be Andrew Vaughn, and the rally caps are still alive here. With 2 outs and 1 on first. Kyle Isbell is up next, and that's going to be in on the hands. He's going to turn to the right field, but it's right at the right fielder, and that will end your inning. We dropped the first game of the season. No miracles like last season, and well, this is going to be a hard second season, and we'll have to build this team, and we need something more from the draft. Now, we've kind of looked at the scouting, give you a little preview of it that I'm looking at. Looking at probably investing more into outfield, but as we drop the second game against the Tigers, I'm looking more and more like we need better hitting. But here is Penmerfree out here in the bottom of the 9th in a lead off single there on a 3-2 count. Spencer Torkelson out next, hit high into left center. Duran is there, and he is going to make that play and throw it in 2 seconds. So with 2 outs, next is Victor Caratini. Running does go Teal with a great throw and a great tag by Montgomery, and we win the third game to avoid the sweep against the Tigers. So start at 1-3 for the first series. We have the Dodgers up next, and we are going to see Hagen Smith. We brought him up this year. We had a choice between him and I thought Hagen Smith might, in pitching that we changed around, but I thought Hagen Smith might have more of an opportunity with a little bit better in his pitching towards hitting, that he can do something. So here we go at Dodger Stadium in LA. They are 3-2. We are 1-3. It is the home opener for, I believe, well, the second. This is the home opening series. And here we go. Hagen Smith in his first MLB series, going to be going against Shohei Ohtani, who Shohei is batting leadoff, which is kind of interesting. He's not batting 3 or 4. Next up, oh, I am silly. That's Shohei Ohtani on the mound and not batting, as Michael Conforto puts that as an infield fly. 2 on here. Andrew Vaughn, and a good pitch by Shohei up in the zone. Good fastball. Next up is Kyle Isbell, and that's going to be inside, drawing the walk on that 4-seam the inside. That's his second walk allowed in here. Bobby Dalbec up next, and that's high fly with that sweeper. It has a chance, and it's gone over the wall. It cannot be pulled back in by the center fielder, and that's going to be a grand slam on Shohei Ohtani. Bobby Dalbec coming through big, and that makes it a 4-0 game, and a shocker in LA for a team that is looking to make a playoffs. And the Sox come up with a massive hit against Shohei Ohtani. Now, there's some weird things with two-way players. Shohei will only pitch until about the 4th inning for a two-way player, so we're going to have a little time. It's still the top of the first, but unfortunately we'll not see him long term, as this one, Kyle Teal gets a base hit here. Next up, Lennon Sosa up is next, and that's over the glove of the first baseman, and we are going to have runners on the corners looking for one more run. It's going to be up to Colson Montgomery up next against the right-hander, and that's going to be fielded, and a fielder's choice at second. Bobby Dalbec gives us a grand slam and a 4-run lead into the first, as we will work with the rookie Hagen Smith and see if he can maintain this lead and have some good pitching. This is what he's working with out here. It's going to be a 4-seam slider splitter and a 2-seam fastball. None of his stuff is going to be high heat up into the triple digits, but his 4-seam can reach up to a 97-mile-an-hour. So Tommy Edman, the first batter we see, and that is just launched in the left field. Durant trying to make a play on it, and he cannot. He cannot do it. We're going to have to look how close that was, but the first batter, Tommy Edman, takes that one the distance. And it's a 4-1 game. It's nice to have solo shots, but we do need to maintain this. Duran here jumps up, but he's nowhere close to getting that ball out and left. So Chris Taylor up next, 2-2 counts. Going to be high in the zone and easily caught out and right at the 4-seam up and in. And we do get our first out. Hagen Smith up against Shohei, the ever dangerous hitter. Going to be out, and that's almost down the middle with that 4-seam, but Shohei not able to turn on it enough, and skied out in right center for a easy play by Isbell. Up next, Mookie Betts. And a 0-1 count. It's going to be hit high, deep in the left center field, and that's going to be a home run for Mookie Betts. Now, this one could have been caught if Isbell did have the speed to get there, and he would have to need insane level speed to actually get there, but he will not. And unfortunately, it's cut in half in the first inning. It's a 4-2 game. Bottom of the first, next batter, Max Muncy. And that off-speed outside corner get his first strikeout of his MLB career. 4-2. It looks like it's going to be a batting time here. Top of the second, 2 outs. Michael Conforto hits one deep into left center. Actually, that's not deep at all. Looks from that angle, it looks like it's hit a whole lot more, but Ottman's out there and left. Will Smith, bottom of the second out here. 2-2 count, swing and a miss. That splitter outside, and Will Smith will will himself back in the bench. James Ottman in next, and that's going to be hit out and right, and Carter is there easily. Hagen Smith just settling in here into the bottom of the second. Just need to get through an inning where we don't allow a run. This one chopper by Andy Pages to Montgomery, an easy play and a good clean inning from the Rook. Shohei is on the mound still in the third. 3-2 count. Bobby Dalbec not able to do the same magic with that one, and I think that ends Shohei's day. Could be into maybe the fourth that he actually gets it, because two-way players are kind of weird with this. Next one, Tommy Edman, a grounder over to third, and so we do fight through that. And here it is. Claire Glasnow is going to come in, so he only goes 4 innings at this point. Actually, he only goes 3. Now I do check to see if Shohei's energy is low or anything like that, or maybe they changed how his pitching stamina is. Well, nothing like that was an issue, so unfortunately we're not going to see Shohei Ohtani long term unless we actually use him. Mookie Betts here grounding it over to Montgomery. Good bang bang play over at first. Will Smith up next, and that's inside, and he's going to look at that one, and that is a good ball. His 4th strikeout of the day. Bottom of the 5th. Andy Page is up next. Swing and a miss, and 2 strikeouts for Hagen Smith here in the 5th inning. Top of the 6th. Glasnow still on the mound, throwing that high heat, and we swing and a miss on that 99 fastball up in the zone. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Hagen Smith still working out here and still showing he belongs with that splitter outside, nipping the corner. And that's a good strikeout there. 2-2 count to Tommy Edman. And Edman swings and misses on that one. It's going to hit the ground, so have to throw it over to first. And there is another strikeout. His 7th of the day. Chris Taylor up next. 2-2 count. Hit into left. Duran is going to play it off the bounce. Smart play there instead of trying to make a play. And Taylor able to make it all the way around. That'll end the day for Hagen Smith. Does pitch about 5 2/3 of an inning here and does a fantastic job, only letting up 2 earned runs. And out will come Colin Pache. Only pitched 1 inning for us this season, gave up no runs, and we'll see what he can do and work his magic here. Shohei is up next. It's in on the hands, hit deep into right, and that is easily playable by Carter, and that will end your inning. We'll see Pache into the next inning as we go into it, but here's Kyle Teal against Alex Vestia, and he missed that one. Low little off speed inside. Lennon Sosa up next. Going to work here, going to be hit, and it has a little bit of a veer off that ball towards the right, and that's caught easily out in right field. 2-2 count, 2 outs, top of the 7th here. Montgomery, another high flyer, but again, I feel like we're swinging for the fences, and I'm really just hitting a normal swing, not doing contact or power. The normal swings, we're just hitting it way up. Tyler Rogers up on the mound next, bottom of the 8th. Slow roller over to Montgomery and pulls Vaughn off the bag. So the routine play air by Montgomery. Andy Page is up next. Hit over to Carter. Carter has to play it off the bounce. We're not going to dive after that one. So there's 2 on and no outs. Ben Lewis up, and that's a cutter inside, and he is struck out. 2-2 count to Tommy Edmonds inside, and another cutter. Trying to work out of this jam. Chris Taylor up next, and he's going to hit it sky high. Sosa there in shallow right center. And that will end your inning. A little bit of a scare there, allowing 2 runs or 2 bases runners. But we do get out of it. Taylor Rogers. Penn Murphy up for the save and gets Shohei Ohtani swinging on that one to the inside. Next up, Mookie Betts. And that's going to be outside. Gets a little bit of contact right back to Murphy. Easy play over the first and the last batter, Max Muncy. Going inside, in on the hands, hit straight into center, easily playable. And we take the second game against the Dodgers. Pretty good games so far if we can do this, but we need to do this consistently. And Hagen Smith came through with a big day today. So hopefully, big thanks from him as the future goes on. Shohei Ohtani loses his first 2 games, series tied at 1 in this one. And we'll have to see how the series 60 wins. 60 wins. 60 wins would be a good one for us. But here we are with James Karinchak in a moment. Bottom of the 9th against Tampa, and trying to work out of this jam with 2 outs, and we get a grounder over 2 seconds. And Karinchak out here not having the greatest day, but here's Michael Conforto trying to get something. Bottom of the 10th in extra innings in this moment. He gets it deep into left center. It's going to score 1. Conforto is going to try for 2. He will easily get into second. And at the top of the 10th, we do get the advanced runner over on second to come home. It's going to be an RBI double. Ken Murphy out to get the save, and that's hit straight to Duran, and that is caught. 2 more outs. Can we sustain this? Cade Merlot strikes out there, and we need 1 more. As we see a new camera angle here. Actually, it's Trevino, not Merlot. Merlot is the one on deck. He's going to have one in. Duran can't make the play. Will Benson throw in, but he's not going to have a chance to get the man with a 94 speed. So Cade Merlot is in for that one. Michael A. Taylor in, the former White Sox, and we get him to swing and a miss on that one. When we go back down, Ben Joyce with 2 outs, and again, the 2-out disaster happens. Yandy Diaz hits the second base, or the runner on second base in, and we lose that one to the Rays. The heartbreaker here, the bullpen does need a lot of adjustments, and we'll see what we can do. We do lose the series to Tampa Bay as we go on from here, and it doesn't look good. We need a bounce back. So thanks for hanging out. Go and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time, and hopefully next episode is better than opening day.